Hi, hello, I'm Mason O'Connor, and today I'll be presenting to you euthanasia, how it's problematic, and how it goes against the gospel of life. First, we'll break these down into topics on their own, and we'll go through thoroughly and investigate each part. And we'll even go as far to see how the church views it and how others view it, like me. So, let's start with what is euthanasia? Well, it's a pill or an injection that one can take that will lead to internal organ shutdown, which then gives you a painless death. You can find these in hospitals and even vets sometimes, and yes, they do use them on dogs, sadly, but it is very common in vets, also in hospitals. So, now that you kind of understand what it is, how does it become problematic? So before we go into the full reasoning as why euthanasia can be problematic, I would like you to spend some time and think as to what's your viewpoint on euthanasia, and is it good? Is it bad? Is it really problematic, or is it actually helping our society? I want you to think on that. I want you to kind of build your reasoning to it too, and give yourself ways to back that up as to why you believe it's good or bad. So I'll play some nice calm music and let you think. Now that you've had your time to think, I hope you've made your view or standpoint on euthanasia, as later on I would like you to compare it to the church's view and my view. So, back on track. How is euthanasia problematic? Well, one main reason that many people might know is that it goes far against the gospel of life. And to start, it has to do with our freedom. See, freedom is not we get to do what we want when we want. It's what is the right thing to do in the right circumstance. Now, given we all make mistakes, but freedom is living a genuine, happy life, and to achieve that, you need to do the right things at the right time, meaning you need to be a person of God, and you really need to have faith in Him and everything. And this directly leads to euthanasia, is because rather than doing what is right and what God wants, we're doing what we want, and we want a way to basically have assisted suicide. And here it says in the Gospel of Life, section 20, the very first sentence: this view of freedom leads to a serious distortion of life and society. If the promotion of self is understood in the terms of absolute autonomy, people inevitably reach the point of rejecting one another. This is very key to this, because it shows that since we're doing what we want and we're getting it, it's leading to this distorted view of society, and it's really just breaking down some people's faith in God. So that is one very bad reason that euthanasia can be greatly problematic. Now that we've deeply investigated the topic of euthanasia and how it's problematic, let's add on to that. Except this time, let's look at it from the church's perspective and the church's perspective alone. So, the only question, what is the church's view on euthanasia? Well, according to the church, euthanasia is a grave violation, and it's just morally and deliberately wrong. It's unacceptable. It's killing a human, which goes against one of the unvaluable commandments, or the valuable commandment, you shall not kill. So automatically the church is going to regard euthanasia as morally wrong, and that it just should not be happening. It should not be a thing in general. So it's just a simple grave violation of the law of God that makes them think, nope, get rid of it. It's not what should be happening. God did not send us here to do this. Finally, now that we have dug into euthanasia, how it's problematic, how the church views it, and now that you've had time to think about it, it's time for my point of view and what I think about it. So, personally, I feel like euthanasia needs to go away. I feel like it is just not really helping our society. It really only is assisted suicide, and God does not have us here for that. We are here to live up to God. He is our role model, and this is not what we should be doing in response to what He has created for us. So personally, I believe that euthanasia should go away along with abortion and all the other things like it. It needs to go. It's just not what's meant for us.